Hi everyone, I'm attorney Aiden Durham with 180 Law Co. in Colorado, and you are watching All Up in Your Business. On this episode of All Up in Your Business, we're going to talk about registered agents. What is a registered agent? What does a registered agent do? And when you need one. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and check the description for links to additional information and resources. I would also like to thank our very special partners for this episode, our friends at Atomic Social. Atomic Social is at the top of their game when it comes to website design and development, search engine optimization, and social media marketing. They are an industry-leading firm that has been around for over 2 years, and they've built more than 1,000 websites. And today, Atomic Social has an amazing offer exclusively for my All Up in Your Business fam. They're building out entire websites, a $5,000 value for 60% off. That's only $2,000 for a whole brand new website with up to 8 pages. This discount offer will only be available for my subscribers, so reach out today and book an appointment with them to get started. You can check them out at atomicsocial.com or visit this link to book a call today. All right, so let's talk about registered agents. A registered agent is an individual or entity that has been appointed by an LLC or a corporation to receive legal documents on behalf of the business. For example, if an LLC is sued, then the party doing the suing will have to serve the LLC with court documents. The registered agent will be the one who accepts service of process on behalf of the LLC. While the specific laws will vary by state, every state requires that LLCs and corporations designate a registered agent. This applies to the state where your business is formed, as well as any other states where you've registered as a foreign entity or you're otherwise authorized to conduct business. For the most part, the only requirements for the registered agent are if the registered agent's individual, they must be 18 years of age or older, they must consent to being appointed as the registered agent, and they must have a physical street address in that state, so not a P.O. box. So if you have an LLC that's formed in Colorado, you need a registered agent with a physical address in Colorado. And if the LLC is also registered as a foreign entity in California, for example, then you need a registered agent with a physical address in California as well. Also, this isn't an actual law or statute in a lot of states, but there should be someone physically present at the registered agent address during normal business hours. The registered agent can be a member or manager or other person involved in the business, or it can be someone outside of the business. The registered agent on its own does not have any agency or authority to act on behalf of the business, except as it relates to accepting legal documents on its behalf, of course. But aside from that, the registered agent doesn't have any ownership rights, doesn't have any voting rights, or any other authorization to participate in the business operations. So let's say you're a business owner, a single member LLC, operating the business out of your home. You can appoint yourself as the LLC's registered agent and use your own home address as the registered agent address. There's nothing inherently wrong or unlawful with that, but sometimes we may not want to be our own registered agents. The name and address of the registered agent will be part of public record and available for pretty much anybody to see. So if you work from home, you may not want your home address to be published to, the whole world. And remember, the registered agent's role is to receive legal documents on behalf of the LLC. That means, your gossipy, nosy neighbor might see you getting served with a lawsuit in your PJs, or your teenage son may answer the door and then run in and interrupt your Zoom book club meeting, or even worse, announce it while you're on a call with a potential client. Or worse than that, maybe you go on a vacation for a few weeks, leaving the house unattended. That could potentially mean that you miss important notices or deadlines because you're not receiving those documents. So maybe you don't want to be your own registered agent, but maybe your mom lives down the street from you. She's retired. She doesn't have anything else going on. Could she be your registered agent? Sure, as long as she consents to it. Your mom, your best friend, your boyfriend, whoever it is, as long as they're 18 or older, have a physical address in the state and consent to it, any one of them can be the registered agent. But usually the better idea is to use a corporate registered agent service. Registered agent services are business entities that accept legal documents on behalf of LLCs and corporations for a fee, of course. Registered agent services, they give you peace of mind though, so you can focus on running your business. You don't have to worry about your nosy neighbors or making sure you're home all the time in case something gets delivered. And most registered agent services are national companies that have offices in every state. So you can use the same registered agent for every state where your business is registered and help keep things kind of in one spot. There are a lot of registered agent services out there. The fees are pretty reasonable. Usually it's going to be like around $100 per year. If you do a web search for registered agent services in your state, you'll see that you have a lot of options. In addition to having a physical office in the state, there are a few more things that you should look for if you're comparing registered agent services. For example, will they help with compliance management? Many registered agent services will send reminders for annual report filings and other important deadlines, and some of them will actually file the annual reports for you, so you don't even have to think about it. What about their document management? How will you get notified when documents are received? Make sure it's a company that scans all of the documents that they receive for you so you can easily access and view them online. What about their availability and customer support? Can you easily contact someone to answer questions? These are all things that you should be looking into in registered agent services. But because I'm cool like that, I already did the research and I linked to some of my favorite registered agent services in the description. When it comes to actually appointing the registered agent, this is usually done on the Articles of Organization for an LLC or Articles of Incorporation for a corporation. Each state's different. Some, require a separate signed consent form for the registered agent, something like that. And then if you need to change the registered agent later on, you'll do that by filing the appropriate form with the Secretary of State. The name of the form and the fees associated with it are gonna vary by state. In Colorado, for example, we would file a statement of change and the filing fee is like 10 or 20 bucks. But pro tip, most registered agent services will file the form for you, and many will even do it for free. They'll even pay the filing fee. So again, if you're searching and trying to find the right registered agent service, I have linked to a few of my favorites down in the description. That's all for this episode, folks. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and be sure to check the description for additional information and resources. And finally, thank you again to our partners at Atomic Social for helping make this video possible. Make sure you visit this link to book your free call and take advantage of their special website offer. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Aiden Durham, and I'll see you next time.